You are not going to believe what we're talking about today. This is just amazing stuff. By the way, I did not think this one up. This one comes from Robert Kiyosaki. I want to give credit where credit is due. This is Robert's story, and it blew me away, and I had to share it with you. See, Robert saw a Porsche that he really, really wanted. Before I even get into this, do you ever feel like life's unfair, like the rich get all the breaks? Well, it's not your imagination. It's absolutely true. They do get all the breaks. But let's take a look at this. We're going to find out why, because it's some really clever thinking here. So, this Porsche, it was a special Porsche. It was the very first one that came off the assembly line. It was serial number 000001. It was the first one of its kind, and it cost $140,000 US, and for Robert to make payments over 5 years was roughly $2,300 a month. Now, let's take a look at how poor people would buy a Porsche. Poor people go out and they spend $140,000 on the Porsche, and they've got to make payments, and they pay a bunch of interest on top of that. And next thing you know, they've got a not $140,000 Porsche, but $180,000 Porsche. So Robert is talking to one of his friends. More correctly, he's whining to one of his friends, saying, "Oh, I wish I could buy this Porsche. I mean, I can afford it. I have the money, but it would mess with my financial goals." And this was before he was a mega superstar. Now, 140,000 would be nothing for him, but this is still when he was making good money, but not psycho successful like he is today. And his friend told him, this is what good friends are for. His friend told him, "Robert, shut up. Go out and buy something." Now, I got to tell you, if someone told me that, I would not have got it. I would not have understood. But took Robert a little while, but he did figure it out. And so what Robert did is he went out and he bought something. He took $20,000 and he bought a chunk of a storage facility. This is one of these little places where if you're not from America, we get these things all over the place in America where people store the stuff that their house is to fit in their house, or when they're moving, something along those lines. He invested this $20,000 and he got a return of roughly, these numbers are not exact, $2,300 per month. Tell me something, how much did the Porsche cost per month? I think you're getting the idea here. So, how much did the Porsche cost? Well, the Porsche was $140,000. It was $2,300 per month for 5 years. Robert made an investment of $20,000, and it made a $2,300 per month return. Okay, tell me, how much did Robert pay for the Porsche? Come on, you're smart. How much did he pay for the Porsche? Some smart people out there said $20,000. Isn't that amazing? If you could buy a $140,000 Porsche for $20,000, that would be incredible. But that's not the story. See, he didn't pay $20,000. See, after the Porsche was paid off 5 years later, the investment continued to bring in money. And so Robert paid zero for the Porsche because it paid off the original $20,000. He got the Porsche for free. A free Porsche. Isn't that amazing? What if you and I could learn how to do things like that? And the answer is, we can. We absolutely can. But before we can do it, we have to know it's possible. We've got to know it's possible. And so now you can start to think like a rich person, and your eyes can start to be opened to new ideas, new ways of thinking, and you can start to think like a rich person. This is Stephen Reynolds. You are awesome. And you know what? Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. So I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please leave a comment, rate the video. You're awesome. Talk to you soon.